morning, beloveds. I am joined by one of my orange tabbies, of which I have three. She's not interested in being on camera. Gabby is her own creature, and she has one volume, and it is loud, and she does not know what an inside voice is. But the irony is she went to all of the ministerial classes with me. I have two orange tabby girls, which is unusual. Orange tabby girls are unusual, but to have two of them, it's like the only two orange tabby girls in my entire vet's practice live in my house. But she went to all of the ministerial classes with me. She would come in, she would lay down, she would curl up. Occasionally she would yell at me, so then everybody could hear her. And she's being Gabby this morning. If she'll look over here, okay, here. All right, Gabby. That's Gabby. She is about 7 pounds, and the other orange tabby girl is about 14 pounds. So there is a distinct difference in the two cats. So I went for a bike ride this morning since I'm currently grounded from running. We got the bikes out, and I rode my run route, which is 2 miles, twice in the same time it would take me to run it. But it felt good to get out and get my heart rate up and, not come home limping because my knee was going, why did you do that? Although my knee is going a little bit of, why did you do that? But it's a different, why did you do that? So, so far the day has been going really well. I hope your day has started off as fun as mine. It is October 27th, and the title is, I am conscious of all good in me. And that is all dash good. I believe that is a noun. I hold conscious communion with spirit. In a hand clasp, I can feel its warmth. In the exchange of thoughts, I feel the presence of the divine. I sense it in everything. It flows in transcendent loveliness into my world of thought and form, ever renewing, vitalizing, bringing joy, harmony, and blessing to everything and everyone it touches. I am united with all. I am one with the eternal light itself. The presence of spirit within me blesses everyone I meet, heals everything it touches, brings peace, brings gladness into the life of everyone I contact. I recognize all sources as divine. Therefore, I am a blessing to myself, to humankind, and to the day in which I live. Today, I uncover the perfection within me. I look out upon the world of my affairs, knowing that the spirit within me makes my way both immediate and easy. I know there is nothing in me that could possibly obstruct or withhold the divine circuit of life and love. God flows through me to all. Good harmonizes my mind so that love sings joyously in my heart. I am completely conscious of all good in me, around me, and in all that is. All right. So I would call this a call to action today. Because basically he is calling us into action of being conscious of the all good, which it's just another way of saying the divine presence, the spirit, God. I think, and it's a conversation that I think all ministers have it. It's like we are literally saying the same thing over and over and over again. We're just looking for different ways to say it. We're looking for different words and different phrases and different ways to speak the information so that we finally hit that key that resonates with you. And so that's I think that's one of the reasons why Ernest keeps using new words and new phrases and new images, because he's like, I'm gonna find the key that I'm gonna find your key. Now, he will never know that he found your key, but he's going to continue to give you different ways to come at the same information until you find in his work the one that resonates with you, the key that unlocks this concept for you, the key that opens the chest of the idea, or we can use the windows of the soul. The one that finally clicks that lock, opens that window, and allows that heaven to just rush in so that you realize you've been in it the whole time. And so the all good is another way to say, hey, spirit is all good. What use we make of it, that's where it gets dicey. But spirit is all good. So this is a call to action to recognize consciously that spirit is good, all good, and so are you, because you're made of spirit. You are all good. The choices that you make and the actions, that's where we can have a conversation. But you are all good. You are all good. There is not one iota of anything bad, wrong, negative about you. You are all good. Okay. I hold consciousness. I hold conscious communion with spirit. So first off, I am consciously in communion with spirit. We are consciously in communion with spirit because that's how we can get the work done. In a hand clasp, I feel its warmth. Whose hand clasp? Absolutely every hand that you clasp today and every day, you can, if you choose, feel the warmth of spirit. In the exchange of thought, I feel the presence of the divine. Whose exchange of thought? Any exchange of thought. If you choose, you could recognize the divine presence in that exchange. I sense it in everything. And he just comes right out and says it. Okay, there it is. It's in everything. And I am choosing to sense it in everything, which means that we may walk into situations that we're like, okay. So choose to sense the spirit. The action that is going on may not be, but the spirit is still present. Choices have consequences. The use we make of the law has consequences, but spirit is still there. And it is our job to be conscious of it and draw it forth. Because when we are conscious of it and we draw it forth, we can change the action. We can change the environment. We can change, I'm going to use the word nonsense going on when we are conscious of spirit. It flows in, here's my word, transcendent. Okay. Transcendent. It flows in transcendent loveliness into my world of thought and form. Okay. So it's flowing in. And because it is flowing in, it is ever renewing, ever vitalizing, ever bringing joy, ever bringing harmony and blessings to everything and everyone it touches. So there is no one that the blessings of the divine presence do not fall upon. It's like everyone is graced with this, and that is the definition of grace. There is nothing you can do to earn grace. Grace is yours via birthright. Because you are a spiritual being having a human experience. I am united with it. Power statement. I am one with the eternal light itself. claim it. Be conscious of it. The presence of spirit within me blesses everyone I meet. Okay, that's not ego. That is not ego. That is a choice. If you recognize that you are spirit in action, then you can bless everyone you meet by virtue of allowing that spiritual light and love and kindness and compassion to flow through you. So that's not ego. Ego is about yourself. But when you recognize that you are a divine distributor, to use Troward's word, then you recognize that the good of spirit can flow through you if you allow it. So therefore, you are a blessing when you allow that divine compassion, goodness, kindness, love to flow through you. So you absolutely are a blessing to everyone you meet when you know who you are and you give them the freedom to be who they are. Okay, so the presence of the spirit within me blesses everyone I meet, heals everything it touches. Notice how he used the word it touches. It doesn't heal everything I touch. It heals everything it touches. So it is my responsibility to allow it to flow through me. So the divine presence of spirit within me blesses everyone I meet, heals everything it touches, brings gladness into the life of everyone I contact. So it is my job. Now the good thing is that it doesn't require me to do anything other than recognize that I am a child of God and act like it. To be that loving, kind, compassionate spirit that I was born to be. And that is all I have to do. I don't have to, give millions of dollars to charity. I don't have to go out and create great, organizations and works. All I have to do is be the child of God that I am. And the work that comes from that, that's enough. So, don't let this overwhelm you, because the only requirement is to be who you are. And sometimes that can be scary enough. So I will let that one lie. I recognize all sources as divine. Therefore, I am a blessing to myself, to humankind, and to the day in which I live. Again, that is not ego. That is spirit. That is your willingness to be the spiritual being, to be the child of God, to be that loving, kind, compassionate presence. And when you have those moments, because we all have them, where we are not and where we let ego get the best of us, then we forgive ourselves and move on. And we go back to being that child of God. Today, I uncover the perfection within me. I look out upon the world of my affairs, knowing that the spirit within me makes my way both immediate and easy. So, I am willingly turning to spirit in the things that I do to help me to make the choices that are loving, kind, compassionate, life-trending. And when I do that, things are a whole lot easier. I still am responsible for making the choices and doing the actions, but I know that I'm not doing them alone. That I have an amazing partner that I know when I turn to that partner, that spirit, I won't be steered wrong. I know there is nothing in me that could possibly obstruct or withhold the divine circuit of life and love. So those moments when we are questioning, there's your statement. There is nothing, I know that there is nothing within you. I know that there is nothing within you that could possibly obstruct or withhold the divine circuit of life or love. God flows through me to all. So God flows through you to all. God harmonizes my mind. So that means God harmonizes your mind. So that love sings joyously in our heart. Tell me that's not a beautiful phrase. I am completely conscious of the all good in me, around me, and in all that is. So that means I am completely conscious of the all good in you, around you, and in all that there is. So our mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to be conscious in the all good. Be conscious in the all good of you, and be conscious in the all good all around you. There is something to being conscious all the time. It's hard. It requires a lot of energy. Because frequently we walk around in that semi-conscious light, that semi-conscious. Sometimes, I mean, we've all done it where we've driven somewhere and we're like, how did I get here? That's when we have slipped into that semi-conscious, not quite unconscious, because even when we're dreaming or when we're asleep, we're not really unconscious. There's still activity going on in our brain. So that semi-conscious life. So it does require a lot of energy. The good news is that when we decide to up-level our consciousness like that, we have a place to turn for the energy to do that. And the more we practice it, the more it becomes our default setting. So we don't have our default setting set on subconsciousness. We don't have our default setting on, I have no idea what's going on. We have our default setting set on, let me see the spirit in this situation. Let the spiritual wisdom and power and love flow through me in any situation that I'm in. So that when we have those hot moments, then we feel that cool breeze of spirit coming through us and going, let's take a beat and let's look for the good. So, as one of our practitioners likes to say, and I think she's quoting Emma, but Sharon likes to say, look for the good and praise it. Let that be our default setting. So, I encourage you to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. It is actually on the cool side today. So if you do, anything outdoors to engage your mind and body, whatever that looks like to you. As you can tell, I'm a big believer in exercise. I was so thrilled to get out there and get my heart rate up on the bike today. But, sometimes just going and taking a walk is one of the best ways to clear your mind. All right. Open the windows of your soul. Open the windows today. I mean, here in South Texas, today is a nice day to open the windows. It's supposed to be in the low to mid 70s. So open the windows, allow that fresh air to come in, allow it to give you a fresh perspective. Allow it to help you find the key to open the windows of your soul. And allow the breath of heaven to remind you live in heaven now because you are a beloved child of God in whom Spirit is well pleased, now and forever. There has never been a time that you have not, because you truly are all good. Because you come from an all good source. All right, beloveds. I'm moving into the process of my day. Reverend David will be on with you around 5 p.m. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And I will remind you, Sunday, Sunday was a whole lot of fun, so please go check it out. And I shared the YouTube link if you just want to hear what Jesse had to say, but I shared it to my page, so I did kick it over to the CLC page, so it is up now. I was tired on Sunday when I did it, so yeah, it happens. So do what you need to do to make it a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow, beloveds. Have a fantastic day.